Now the problem though is that they're losing some of those subs, so they're trying to find out how they can start expanding. And guess what is their actually their next frontier? What color is gonna be your Lambo, man?
In our one of our viral videos last week, I think our producer Katie did put a green Lambo on there. That has a nice look to it.
I thought that you wanted a cyber truck, not a green Lambo.
Okay, I'll paint my not paint, but I'll wrap my cyber truck in green.
All right.
And I get the best of both worlds. I still don't think it's El Camino.
Man, don't get me started. But anyways, let's start with this spot. That's a good topic though on viral, right? So we went viral. I just tried to see what other things have been going viral, and one of them is a chat GPT and OpenAI. They still hold the record. Basically, when the product launched in 2022, they reached to 100 million subs, monthly subs. So I don't remember anything else. I think that they still hold the record, and it's very hard to do, though. Very, very hard to do.
Yeah, I think they realized they had a hit on their hands because it spread like wildfire, and I think it's just because it had, everyone had a use case for it. It's kind of like just a better version of Google search, right? It's like everyone students could use it, people at work could use it, creatives could use it to kind of come up with new ideas. Everyone could figure out a way that they could use this new technology, and it applied to everything across the board.
And I think that they stumble upon this. Sometimes a lot of the greatest discoveries have been accidents. And I think that they discovered that with a lot of compute, they are able to mimic some of the intelligence, brute force, sheer and mere brute force, right? Mm-hmm. And it's just now the problem though is that they're losing some of those subs, so they're trying to find out how they can start expanding. Mm-hmm. And guess what is their next frontier?
So if you haven't heard, OpenAI is, which is the ChatGPT company, right? They're announcing on Monday. Word on the street is that they're announcing a search engine.
So
what old is new again?
I think that is redefining a lot of these, the whole market, right? And I think that a lot of companies, because it used to be a SaaS for everything, literally a service, right? Software as a service. Mm-hmm. And you used to find like almost all of the good ideas were taken, right? And you saw very, very flat several years. But now with AI, I think that there are some challenges. And we saw it even with Alexa. They were trying to get you to start using it for shopping and for other type of behaviors. Use cases. And it's taking a while, right? But I really think that we start kind of building on that ecosystem. It's unfortunate that Amazon didn't create the LLMs. It was another company that literally they took to another notch, right? And now maybe with this new search engine, OpenAI search engine, we'll see. Do you think that is going to be a different company pairing with Bing, or is going to be their own? What do you think that is going to be?
I don't know. There's a couple of different ways to approach it. In a way, it seems like they're already doing this, right? It's just really more of a repackaging. And in a way, it's because, Google's coming in hard, right? They're like, oh man, ChatGPT, OpenAI, they got this really good head start in this one thing that seems to work. So Google's trying to catch up. So they're doing their own launches of a bunch of different things that are trying to attack them. So in a way, OpenAI and Microsoft, they're saying, well, we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to go after your business. So this is really good. This competition at the highest levels right here, really good for the consumer, right? We're going to get the best products because of this competition. And so what's been like one of the biggest complaints of like ChatGPT, OpenAI kind of stuff is this hallucinations, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's going to make stuff up. So that's part of what the announcement I've heard is that they're going to start including live web connections, right? For whenever you're asking ChatGPT these things, and the interface is going to change a little bit, so it's maybe more Google like, but it's going to start giving you citations. Like, so you can verify that it's not just hallucinating or making stuff up.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to verify yourself. So that's going to be really key here.
I mean, at the end of the day, we'll see how it can sense because even reporters in Bloomberg and Reuters, all of that, right? All of the ones that you trust and like, sometimes they get it wrong. And it's just basically a series of reporters copying other reporters. And this could be the same, right? Like maybe it's going to give you a citation in like from Wikipedia, and we know that.
Still a citation, but not the highest quality, right? So
Yeah, I will be very curious to see how AI can still identify if it's like fake news, right? Like or like opinion based or
I know.
whatever it is, right? So
Mhm.
a lot of technical challenges, even for humans, is still very hard to figure out what is true and what is not true. So, but yeah, uh, if Google, we have been saying this in the pod, doesn't pay attention to this, they might die. And it's like, man, I'm a fan of Google. I use all of the shit from Google. So
Yeah, definitely. I'm a big Google supporter. I've been Team Android for the longest time. So yeah, and to that point, we saw a little bit of a dip of the Alphabet stock, which right is parent company of Google, right? So we're people are taking notice. There's this back and forth, and you know what's funny, man? OpenAI, Microsoft has been doing this forever, right? They know how to play this game. So they're making this announcement the day before Google's making their big announcement. So they're like, we got there first, you know. They're so
sure.
funny.
And it's the battle between these Indian CEOs, right?
Yeah, yeah. They're doing a little dance here for us.
So
Oh
I think
man.
that let's see how in the next few months how it turns out. But it's going to be very interesting for consumers. Start playing right now. Everything is free, right? A lot of this tooling, test them out, and sometimes it becomes part of your own habits. I remember you basically saying that you were using the Edge search. I don't have a Windows, but it's still kind of fun that you're using it already now, almost daily basis, multiple times.
Yeah, so let me explain that a little bit. So, again, I've been on all the Google products. So I use Chrome, right, just as default browser. But since Microsoft Edge, it's like who use Internet Explorer anymore, right? That's like so
Yeah,
like 20, 30 years ago or
Ramirez.
whatever. But they came out with the Edge browser, and it has the built-in Copilot, so it's always kind of there. So like I can ask it questions about whatever it is that I'm looking at on the screen. So it just makes it the workflow super easy, super quick. You don't have to open up a separate window or a separate tab, and it's just always there. And you can kind of ask it
Mhm.
its thoughts or ask it to summarize something. So that's really, really useful. So Microsoft is figuring out how to weave all of this technologies, all the OpenAI technologies, into their current products. So it's
Man, and
becoming
it's
very
probably they're
interesting.
losing money there though, because it's the GPUs are freaking expensive, and Nvidia obviously is coming like $1 trillion company,
Yeah.
and it's just and sometimes even that they have the money for other companies to buy them, there is no supply. So the
Market
whole
share. They're going after market share.
yes, so
Yeah.
very interesting on the AI at the moment.
Yeah. So we'll talk about it next week, kind of what both Google and what OpenAI come out with this week. I think they're both going to talk about their big AI plan. So it'll be very, very interesting. Hopefully everything stays free. So we
I
can
doubt it
continue to
though,
play
but
with all the
we'll
cool
see. We'll
toys.
see.
I know,
I mean,
right?
at the end of the day, the business models is like right now everything is ads, right? Like YouTube ads, right? Like even Twitter it was ads.
Mm-hmm.
Elon was trying to do the blue badge, but not a lot of people wanted to pay for that. So they have to switch. OpenAI started to do kind of the subscription for the upper tier, but maybe they'll go back again to ads. Who knows, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. We'll see kind of how it goes. By the way, like I remember last week or the week before we talked a little about there was this mystery open AI version that came out that was maybe
Hmm.
like partially, they were calling it GPT-2.
GPT-2.
Um, and apparently it leaked online. So I'm going to see if I can get my hands on it, see if there's any way that I can run it locally. That might be kind of cool. But, some people were saying, it's kind of similar to GPT-5, but they're saying GPT-5 is not going to be released this week. So it's still a little bit premature for that. But I know they're
Yeah.
saying that it's coming.
Hmm. Interesting. What is your message to this community and audience, Ramirez? Let's
Don't
give them a
forget to like,
reminder.
subscribe, and comment. We
Exactly.
love to hear from you. Leave a comment when something grabs your attention. Let us know you want to see more of that. If you haven't watched our viral Bitcoin all-time high meme remix, go check it out. We're just about at 10,000 views, so we love to see that interaction from y'all. And also, our second one is also at 2,000 views. Uh, I think that's all that we've got for today. Dale.
We have a good one. Bye.